boy, was we wrong about the APC Live. So 2 weeks ago, I covered the APC Live leak, and when we saw the machine, we didn't know much about it because obviously it wasn't released yet. Fast forwarded to now, and Akai has dropped the Force.
May the Force be with you.
Let's roll that intro. So the Akai Pro Force is a standalone unit that has a whole bunch of bells and whistles. And I want to give a shout out to MXX Audio and Sample Magic because they have included some pretty cool samples within that. Those are two companies that do a great job of making drums and samples. So we already know it's going to be loaded with a bunch of great stuff for you to get started with. And on top of that, this machine itself will boast its own plugins made by Air Technology. So if you are a fan of Expand and all the other great plugins from that company, it is going to be inside of the Force. Now with that, I have a whole bunch of hype for it. The links will be in the description box so you can check it out, and that's what we're going to do in this video, of course. And let's go ahead and do that. So taking a look at this thing right here, the Force looks really good. I mean, I can't help but to throw in a Star Wars meme somewhere.
May the Force be with you.
So the main thing I really like about it, and some people didn't like about it, was the fact that it has a nice bulky size to it. I'm fine with that because the bulky size is because they have a lot of stuff inside of there. Obviously it's gonna have its own motherboard. It has an OLED screen. It has some really good tactile buttons. The chassis is fine for what it is. The other thing that I like about it, it has a lot of IOs, so you'll be able to do things like record records in there. So if you have a nice vinyl collection, you'll be able to add that to your production. So I'm really excited about that because I am a huge fan of the Push 2, and if it's anything like the Push 2, which it is, and I recommend that you see some of the overview videos, and I have the right one linked to you so you'll see it. The early leaked photos didn't do it any justice, and I kind of felt that way when I posted the video. I was like, this is not going to do it any justice, but it's early out. But a lot of people, of course, are very judgmental early without just sitting there and waiting until it's announced. And it also has some of the stuff from the MPCX, like the values of the parameters, and you see you have your 8 parameters that you get to control along with the clips here. So if you're very familiar with the workflow of the Ableton Push, then you're probably going to feel at home with this one. It also has a crossfader too. What? So I assume they're aiming for DJs as well, and we're gonna see more about it. So here's another angle of it, and it looks really good from this angle right here. I mean, I like the colorfulness of it. The buttons themselves look very tactile. And again, we're looking at the back of it. So this is the finalized version of the back of this machine. As you can see, it says Akai Professional Force, and it has the CV-in gates, and then it also has your output for the your quarter-inch jacks outputs, and then you have your MIDI in 3.5 DIN, so you're going to be able to plug in your MIDI in, MIDI out through, and all that. You have your own individual gain, and then you also have your XLR and quarter-inch jacks ins, as well as 48 volts phantom power, so you can have a microphone to it, and of course plug up a guitar if that is your thing. And it also has a USB hub, and it plugs up via USB, and then it has the live link, which I still don't know what the hell does. Of course, it has its own power supply built into it, so that also explains why it is so bulky. And again, I just think that's a really silly assessment from people to say that and not realize, of course, that it has a lot of stuff inside of it. Here's the Force overview video right here on the website for forceakaipro.com. And as you can see, you know, you'll be able to check out stuff and see what the hype is about. And I think that's important that you check out that video, of course. And then as you scroll down, it'll tell you, you know, what different parts does what and all that. But enough about that, what that price be like though. So we're on sweetwater.com. I'll have this link in the description box. And as you can see, it is $14.99. So that is $1,499.
Damn!
Yes, not $14.99, guys. Calm down, use your eyeballs, you see the price. My thoughts on it, yeah, it is pretty expensive, but at the same time, you gotta think of it like this. For what it does, that is a very good price. Not only that, for it being a very good price, when I got my MPC 2000, which didn't do none of the stuff this did, I had to save up for years, so I saved up about $2,000 to buy my MPC 2000 XL. And man, it didn't do half the stuff this does. So I'm not trying to compare it to the MPC 2000 XL because I know there's people that still use it. I still love that machine myself, but I'm trying to tell you that technology has advanced and you could do a lot more. And if you are an MPC 2000 XL fan, I highly recommend that you check this out as well, because then you'll see what I'm talking about, because when I use Ableton Live, I feel like I have superpowers. So what I expect from the Akai Force, I expect to have even more superpowers. Now, one of my problems that I do have when it comes to Akai as a company, they always get people that do not have anything to do with this community. Call this hating, or call this whatever you want to call it, I don't even give a damn, but why in the world would you get this guy that talks about FL Studio stuff to demonstrate something that has to do with Ableton Live? That doesn't make any sense. Why not just get somebody that does Ableton Live stuff? Anyways, Air Music Technology has provided some stuff for them, and I am really excited about that because I do love their plugins. One of my favorite plugins is Expand, the other one Hybrid 3, so I can expect that the sound quality will be great. And of course, MSX Audio has done some stuff for them. They got some samples and some drums in there, so if you are a hardcore hip-hop head, then you definitely will have the drums that you need, as well as Sample Magic. So if you're a hardcore techno head or a hardcore EDM trap type producer, then you're gonna have the best of both worlds here. So those two alone, I can highly recommend them when it comes down to the hype of the Akai Force.
May the Force be with you.
Do you even know who I am?
Last but not least, let's talk about the features because I'm still learning myself. So it's a standalone sampler sequencer with Ableton Link. So it's compatible with Ableton Live, makes me hella happy. It has a 7-inch multi-touch display for launching clips, manipulating effects, and navigating projects. Oh my God. Oh, damn. That's actually even better with the price point that they have. So they're actually giving you a lot off top here. 8x8 velocity sensitive pads, which is fantastic. I expect that. I don't expect no Akai fire garbage like it was. Cue mixing and DJing compatible, offers a big performance potential. Definitely have to see that in action, but that seems cool. 3D degree rotating encoders featuring OLED feedback. Dope. And integrated with other hardware modular synths with CV and gate. That is really good. So if you have a lot of hardware like I do, then yeah, you're gonna be hella happy, and I'm already happy, and I don't even own this thing. Comprehensive sampling capabilities, real-time time stretching, and pitch shifting. Akai has been one of the companies that did it very well, as Ableton and Serato, so yeah, it's real good. Built-in synth engine by Air Music Technology, so that is good. Onboard arpeggiator, note mode. Of course, it does have the chord progressions and stuff like that that work exactly the same way it does in the Push 2, so I'm really excited about that. Key groups, tracks, built-in looper. I don't know why they even put that in there. Over 10 gigs of sounds included, which is good. That's what I was talking about, MSX Audio and Sample Magic. Shout out to my brothers. Record your own samples directly, of course, and you can also select a external hard drive so you can expand it, and then you have the SD card slot as well. Dope. Save your projects to Ableton Live sets for further production in Ableton Live. Deep mixing capabilities, including internal aux sends and master bus process and more. So the real question I want to hear from the comment section is, will you try this out? Because it sounds very good to me, and if you're asking me, I already would give it the DJ Amacree stamp of approval. I already know that it's going to be good because I know what Akai is capable of doing. I have experienced the MPC Live first at hand. Obviously, I don't own one. I walked into Guitar Center to use it. But yeah, it's really dope. I mean, I can't help but to be excited for this thing. I'm really excited for this. I cannot wait to see when somebody else gets it in their hands that I really like their music production, because I think that they will tear this thing up. I know Richard Devine's probably gonna have one, and he's probably gonna have a whole bunch of Instagram videos and doing crazy stuff. But in my opinion, I really like this thing for what it is.